Grab a few pool noodles and a pack of construction paper. For this first project, cut about 15 inches off of the end of your pool noodles so that they're a little bit shorter. Then you're going to trim one end into a point just like this. Now wrap each noodle with 3 sheets of construction paper, securing everything with tape as you go. One little tip here is to try to choose construction paper that's close in color to your pool noodle for the most realistic look. Now grab some black construction paper and let's make these look like real life crayons. We're going to cut those signature squiggly lines that you see on a crayon wrapper. And don't worry about making these perfect. I just eyeballed the curves and then cut straight lines on either side so you end up with 2 strips with curves that line up. Now let's move on to our next prop. Take a couple more pool noodles outside and give them 2 coats of yellow spray paint. Make sure to rotate them as you paint so all the sides get good coverage. Once they're dry, wrap a strip of pink construction paper around one end for the eraser, and underneath that, tape several thin gray strips to create the metal band. Now, doesn't that look like a giant pencil eraser? For the tip, fold a piece of brown construction paper into a cone. This part took me a little experimenting to get the sizing just right, so don't worry if you need to play around with it a little bit. Then make one tiny black cone for the pencil lead and attach it to the very tip. And now you have oversized pencils that are so perfect as photo props. You could even add words like first day of school, your child's grade, or the school year to personalize this even more. Finally, let's create a fun backdrop. Grab a roll of wrapping paper that's solid white on the back and cut off a large rectangle, then hang it on the wall with painter's tape. Now we're going to turn this into a giant notebook paper by drawing one vertical red line along the side and then several blue horizontal lines going down the page. For your notebook holes, trace 3 circles down one side. Once your notebook paper is finished, add a few balloons or streamers or other decor, prop up your giant crayons and pencils, and you've created the cutest DIY photo station. You can have these propped up behind your kiddo, or you can have them holding them and put wording on them. I love this project because every prop costs just a little over $1 to make, but together they create such a fun backdrop for those first day of school memories. I just finished setting up the most adorable photo backdrop for my kids' back to school pictures. This would be so great if you're on any committees decorating the school this year too. Crayons and pencils made from just a few basic craft supplies and some pool noodles from the dollar store. These are colorful, budget-friendly, and so much more unique than just snapping a picture on the front porch on the way to school.
Grab some affordable markers and other school supplies from the store. Start by laying the supplies with a double wrap tissue box. Then add a single box of tissues on top. Place a pack of markers on each side of the bottom layer and wrap a rubber band around it. Place packs of crayons and glue bottles as the candles and secure with a rubber band. Add Lysol wipes on top of the tissue box and then add a rubber band and insert packs of colored pencils around it. Add some tape underneath the Lysol wipes to keep it in place. Then bundle 3 bottles of glue on top and secure with a rubber band. Cover the rubber bands with decorative border trim. Attach border trim pieces together to create longer strips. Now you have a cute back to school supply cake to gift or to use. I hope this inspires you to create your own back to school supply cake.
I have a 15-inch smooth styrofoam wreath, and these are pretty sturdy. And I have this cute pencil cup that I want to put on here that it's not going to sit real secure even if I use hot glue. So I'm going to niche it out just a little bit with a knife. Let's see how this goes because I'm not really sure about this. I have some 2.5-inch wide satin ribbon. This one happens to be wired and I will like that for my bow. And again, using the low temp, and I'm going to start on what I'm going to call the back side of my wreath. I'm just going to put a little bit on there. I won't need it all the way around. I'll just secure it by wrapping it. And I'm just going to glue that on just like so. And then I'm just going to take this and wrap it around. Let me it's best to keep it on the spool so you don't have to pull that all the way through. When you get to the end, just gonna do the same thing that we did at the beginning, and we're gonna put a little bit of glue right there, that hot glue, and we're just going to seal that right down there so that it is secure. Here are the spots where I cut into my wreath, and I'm gonna fill both of those little indentations with my hot glue. You could even move to high temp glue now because it will not melt the styrofoam through the ribbon. And I'm going to take my pencil cup and just set it right in there, nice and secure. Now I'm going to take some glue sticks, and I will tell you from experience, this is easier with another set of hands, but I have just some Scotch tape, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick 3 of these glue sticks together on a piece of Scotch tape. Yep, that's the hard part there. And wrap them up. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take ribbon and attach these to our wreath. So I'm gonna take just some satin green ribbon. There we go. And I'm gonna tie it really tight so that they do not come off. And then we're gonna finish it off with a sweet little, I'm gonna tie it in a knot first and then add a little bow. So yes, they are gonna have to be cut off. So this is gonna be something that's a cute decoration and also can be used. So see how cute that is? And I'm gonna go ahead and add these all around the wreath. So we'll go over here with one of them. I have this cute red and white gingham and ribbon, and I'm going to just feed it through the top of my crayons. I'm gonna do that. And obviously this is just what I chose to do. You could use larger or smaller boxes of crayons or things of markers, whatever you want to do. And I think I'm just gonna tie these right around the wreath, like so. So I have all 3 of my ribbons from my crayon boxes. I'm just going to take a pipe cleaner and connect them all together so they don't like spread out and hang out all over the wreaths and I guess I used a little more ribbon than I needed for those. So I'm going to go ahead and tie my bow for the top of my wreath. I think red and white gingham is a nice choice. If you don't know how to tie a bow by hand, there are a lot of different bow makers out there, or bow. I think that even I have a bow tutorial on Home Talk. There's lots of bow tying tutorials right here on Home Talk. I'm just going to secure my bow with a pipe cleaner, and then I'll attach it right to the top of my wreath. And that's the beauty of wired ribbon, is that you can fluff it after the fact. I can pull my little streamers wherever I want them to go. You can add pens, regular pencils. I have a bunch of colored pencils that I am going to add to the pencil cup. And now I have a couple of little pairs of scissors. My granddaughters are just in first and second grade. So it's little blunt-ended scissors that I'm going to add to our wreath. Got a little blue pair of scissors for a lefty. I was thinking of my granddaughter here with this pair, because she's a lefty. And you do the same thing. You're just gonna feed that right through. There we go, and I have one more pair of scissors to add. And I don't know a teacher who wouldn't be happy to have this hanging on their door or on their wall or bulletin board when school starts. So I hope you like this idea.